DC and Marvel are at neck and neck with each other again with the upcoming releases of Superman and the Fantastic Four First Steps. July 2025 is the month a lot of people are looking forward to, because Superman will begin the DCU and Fantastic Four will begin Phase 6 of the MCU. But here's a question regarding both of these movies. Which one will dominate the summer box office? Well, let's go through them. Superman will be the first movie in the upcoming DCU. It's gonna kick off a whole generation's worth of movies thanks to James Gunn. I did a video on James Gunn's DC universe so you can go check it out. But with that said, I'm really excited for Superman. Not only because we finally got a Superman movie where he's actually Superman and not wherever the hell Snyder was planning, but because this movie was filmed in the home where he was created, Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, get your only in Ohio jokes out of the way. As a fellow Ohioan, even though it's not a perfect state, it feels great to see the state I live in represented. I think every Clevelander I know has Superman as their most anticipated movie of the year, because Superman is very popular in that city. Also, I can already tell when I go to see the movie, all the people are gonna shout, "Hey, I've been there, I've been in there, that's that building, there's Cleveland, there's the baseball stadium, blah, 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 blah." You know, it's gonna be annoying, but at least it's gonna be passionate, and that's what Superman represents, joy and passion. And once that movie releases, there's now gonna be 3 movies Ohio will be best known for: A Christmas Story, The Shawshank Redemption, and Superman. And a couple other movies, but let's move on. The Fantastic Four First Steps will be the first movie of Phase 6 of the MCU, and for the first time in comic book movie history, they finally got the thing right!
That only took 20 years.
I was a little worried about this movie at first, considering the last few movies we got from them, but I'm hopeful about this one. It takes place in the 60s, the characters have fantastic bonds, and we finally get to see Galactus in movie form.
Someone cooked here.
So yeah, I'm not as worried as I was before. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man turned out good, so I'm actually optimistic about this one. Even though the Fantastic Four are probably going to show up in the upcoming Avengers movies, I hope that this movie stands on its own merits, doesn't set up anything, and just have a really good story and embraces the legacy of Marvel's first family. But if it doesn't, oh well, at least we got The Incredibles. Now that I've gone on about these movies, which will dominate the summer box office? I'm gonna be honest.
Objection!
Boom! Superman and Fantastic Four have loads of history behind them, and tons of fans, young and old. Both of these movies will bring the older generation who grew up reading the comics, and the younger generation who will be introduced to these characters for the first time, or have at least seen a few movies and shows involved with them. Regardless, both of these movies are going to bring together a load of people to celebrate both legacies of these two heroes and the impact they both had on pop culture. We got a whole buffet of movies coming out in the summer, but I think both Superman and the Fantastic Four First Steps are gonna dominate the film industry this summer because of their legacies and impacts they had on everyone. As for me, Superman will start my interest in the DCU and First Steps will be my departure from the MCU, with a few exceptions. But what do you guys think? What movie do you think will dominate this summer's box office? Let me know in the comments below and I'll see you in the next video.